Thank you for being here today, and I'm delighted that Nambour's newest attraction has moved a step closer to completion, with the $840,000 work on the highly anticipated Nambour Heritage Tramway terminus, which is behind me here today. The construction of this terminus is an important first step in bringing the Nambour Heritage Tramway project to life. This region-shaping initiative is an absolute credit to the Nambour Tramway Company and their dedicated supporters of volunteers. Innovations like this are critical to supporting our local economy and are proof of what can be achieved when a passionate group of locals commit to contributing to Nambour's future viability, and supported by not only the Sunshine Coast Council, but by the Australian Government. I particularly want to thank former Sunshine Coast Council Division 10, Councillor Greg Rogerson, for his vision, his determination and persistence to help bring this project to fruition, and congratulate him on his appointment as co-chair of the Nambour Tramway Company.
It would only be fitting, whilst we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we stand here today, the Gubbi Gubbi mob, I also like to pay my respect to the Kanakas, that actually, the South Sea Islanders that actually made this. This was the site alongside us here where Coles was the site of the Moreton Central Sugar Mill. And the sugar industry and what the Kanakas did, the local Kanakas, in this particular area for the sugar industry, I also acknowledge those. The collaboration that we've had with the state, both the state and the federal government through Marty Hunt and through Ted O'Brien, in actually getting this far along this journey is absolutely sensational. And without them, from the bottom of our heart, Ted, on behalf of the community of Nambour, I really wish to pay my respect to you for hanging in there with us, because as anyone that's witnessed here today can see, this is an absolutely magnificent building. There was two people, and those two people were Roy and Nola Thompson, that actually came on board with a donation of $1 million. This particular project would not have gone ahead without Roy and Nola Thompson and the Thompson Foundation. So I really acknowledge them straight off. This isn't an opening. This is a sneak preview for you for what we hope is going to be an absolutely sensational opening when we announce that. One other person who is here today, who has contributed all his labour free of charge to the construction of this, of this particular building, with the shed builders. So all the timber work that everyone sees inside has been performed on a volunteer basis by Peter Clark. So Peter and his wife Jenny have really contributed as part of a board member, but also as a proud Nambourite family that have contributed to this particular project. And I thank you all for coming here today, and for those people that had the dream and the passion that the board, the T&T Co board, the Nambour Tramway Company, thank you for staying the distance.
Finally, I'd like to also acknowledge Federal Member for Fairfax, Ted O'Brien MP, as well as the T&T Co volunteers and all of the workers that have brought this project to life.
This terminus represents a catalyst project that will define Nambour's future. And David had it spot on when he was talking about the role played by the local community in creating this. Sure, there's no doubt. Federal money, council money has gone to this, but this is a community-owned initiative. And it's one thing to have a vision, but to see a vision become a reality is something else. And what we see today is the reality of a piece of street theatre that over the years will connect all the way through to the showgrounds. But it starts here. It starts at a place that will also be the go-to when people visit Nambour in the future. And it's taken an enormous amount of effort, led by the community. And like David Law, I want to pay a special credit to Greg Rogerson. Rodjo has been a champion of this cause, and talk about persistence. Well, anyone who knows this bloke knows he does not give up. He wears it on his sleeve, and he has worn this project on his sleeve for years. And today we get a sneak preview of what it's all about, and the Australian government is delighted to be part of it, having contributed $500,000 to see the facility. We have a sneak preview today to stand and emerge from the ground through our Building Better Regions program.
I'm looking forward to a future when trams will be running out of this shed here for the community, and we can celebrate a special new era for Nambour.